In these videos I've been showing you how to use just basic jewelry tools, and so this time I'm going to cover these. And you can see that these are a bead reamer set. I've got 4 little tools in them, and I just wanted to kind of talk to you about what you use these for. These are really nice if you have beads that have holes that are a little bit too small, or where the tips of the beads are a little too rough around the edges of the hole. Because I don't know if you've ever had this happen, but if you use, like, say, fiber thread, and you use like a really big bead, like say this one, a nice glass bead, and it's a little bit, maybe made a little bit cheaply, the holes sometimes are a little bit rough, and so they can cut your thread. And so these tools are how you solve that. Now if you have a bead that the hole is just a little bit too small for your thread, and it's just a little bit too small, a lot of times you can get away with actually making the holes bigger with these tools. So first I'm going to show you how you make a hole bigger, and I have just one of the little bead reaming tools, and you can see it's kind of rough along the edge. It's kind of like a little circular file almost, except for, I don't know, I guess it's a little bit more like if they put sandpaper on it. So, but yeah, it's a little bit rough, and so you can just put it in here, and you just gently twist like that, and you can kind of hear that it's crackling a little bit as it scrapes off a little bit. Now they do tell you, in order to make sure that you don't chip your beads with the tools, that to make sure you only apply gentle pressure, and so, you know, don't really ram it in there because you can chip your bead. Now these are good for using on things like pearls, although you need to use the really smallest one. I actually have one that's a little bit smaller here. You might be able to get the tip of this one into a pearl, and they have even smaller ones too that are especially for pearls, but you can use these on pearls and gemstone beads and glass and ceramic and probably things like wood or nut. You might not want to use these on the insides of metal beads because those are probably not really suitable. You probably wouldn't get too far with this little metal rasp, because I think the metal bead would be a little bit harder and it would be little metal shavings. Also, make sure that you don't breathe in the shavings of your bead, and wear some safety goggles so that when you're working with your beads, you don't get it in your eyes or breathe it in. A dust mask, if you're doing a lot of it, might be useful. So so that's how you make a hole larger. So if you have one that I just talked about how the bead edges are kind of rough and they might cut your thread, this is what the more tapered ones are for. You can kind of see that the edge of that is, instead of being long and skinny, it has a really short taper on it. So something like that, you just put it in the bead, and you can just kind of do this, and it will smooth the hole out for you so that it doesn't cut your thread. And that's really all there is to know about bead reamers. Let's see, there's another one that actually is a little bit really for, you know, really short holes that really need a lot of work. And but yeah, so I've got these 4 nice little bead reamers that come in a set, and that's how you use them. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.